Welcome back, everybody, to more Final Fantasy VI. I'm Drak, and today we're going to be going through the cave in the mountains that should lead us to the Espers. And we, of course, are taking Strago along. And I paused the game. Not sure why, but we'll fix this in post, obviously. Alright, here we go. We're back. I don't know why I paused the game, because, again, I recorded this quite a while ago. Probably to make sure that I knew where I was going and getting the treasures and all that. But welcome back, everybody. We are going to go communicate with the Espers and make sure they know we mean them no harm. And, of course, this is also a Drak Let's Play, so I'm here to talk to you guys as well while we make our way through this awesome game. And, frankly, we're going to have a lot of talk time here because we're making our way through this cave. And there are a few treasure chests to actually go and get, so it might be worth it for us. If for no other reason than to just sell it and get the gold pieces so that we can keep things going. So first of all, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. For me, it's just going to be busy because I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once. I'm trying to maintain a recording agenda. For crying out loud, I just barely put out a Drak Tries of Recore, and you guys can check that out as of yesterday. And also to Final Fantasy fans out there, I apologize if I'm coughing. It's allergy season, plus we've got kind of a sick household right now. So, but yeah, for Final Fantasy fans, I also did a vlog of Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15, so you guys can check out my thoughts on that. I'm not going to go into them here, just because, well, I made a vlog for a reason, so you guys can enjoy that. And yeah, just trying to get as much stuff done as I can, including all the WoW stuff, and also trying to get in some WoW time so that I can hit the cap, which I haven't done yet, and get ready to go do some raiding, because raiding will start up on the 20th, and I want to be ready for that. And of course, Geek News also made some major announcements last weekend, because it's official. We are going to a local convention, and if you're local, we hope to see you there at Anime Bonsai. So we're trying to get the rights right now to do a podcast while there, just kind of out in the open, and we haven't gotten those yet, so I'm not gonna make any promises. We might not get it. We are kind of the new guys there. But we're going to try and do that, and then we also do have a panel later on Saturday night. So kind of around the same time we do the podcast anyway. So you guys can look forward to that. And yeah, that's pretty much all we've got going. I'm sure we'll be out on the floor to be able to meet people and all that fun stuff. But that's right now the plans for Anime Bonsai, and we would love to be able to see you there if you're local fans. And also, a special thank you to, I know I've been doing this all week, and I'm probably going to do it for the next week, but I cannot thank you guys enough. I have now hit 102 subscribers. So that, to me, is kind of a more secure foothold on the milestone, and I'm very happy about that and very thankful for each and every one of you that subscribe to my content and check it out on a daily basis or whenever you can. Because I know a lot of people get to that content later. And in particular, I know a lot of Final Fantasy viewers get to the playlist later. Either because they've kind of confessed to me that, like, they wait until I have a little bit more parts so that they can just listen to it. And that's fine. I'm completely okay with that. I do that too. Like, if I'm interested in a particular Let's Play from the Game Grumps or whatever, I will probably wait until they have at least 10 parts and then go nuts on it. So I completely understand that concept. Or they just wait until it's finished, which, again, I can understand that too. Because then you can just finish it and not have to worry about it. For crying out loud, right now I'm making my way through the Far From Subtle Phoenix Wright trilogy, because they're still working on Apollo Justice, and we just barely had an Ace Attorney game come out, so I wanted to be able to have that nostalgia again. And so I do that too. And of course, I think those are all the kind of the major announcements for the podcast, because we are going to go to Anime Bonsai. We've also got an event going on this week, because Digimon Adventure Tri is coming out on Thursday for us to be able to go see it. So we're going to go see it together. And we might talk about it on the podcast. I'm not sure. We're kind of debating that concept right now. We don't know if there's enough. Because we did talk about Tri earlier in the year when it debuted, but it was subbed. Oh, hi, Realm. So that might happen. Oh, and here is an interesting room. Let's check this out. I can't believe it! The statues! The statues. Yep, that's my question. Some faint letters are carved on the back of the stone figures. I'm kind of surprised you're not picking one up to steal it. Sail, man, what else can you tell us about these goddesses? If you call those goddesses... They quite literally created magic, as we know it! Hi, Realm. Excuse me. So they're the goddesses of magic, then? You could say that. I can feel their power. The statues are the source of all magic. It's said the Espers made these images and put them in a very special place. So these are not the actual ones. These represent power beyond all comprehension. Our Espers, no doubt, came to this island to bask in all this magical power. Yep. That makes sense. Say, Old-timer, what happened to the stone goddesses? Good question. Legend has it that they're hidden somewhere beyond the reach of humans. So probably the Esper world. I'd say they're beyond the sealed gate. That makes sense. I wonder if the barrier that protects that place is generated by those stone goddesses. Yeah, again, makes sense. Oh, what a story. If the Espers were attracted here by these statues, they must be around here somewhere. That would be a great theory to work around, so let's go ahead and continue looking. I think it's worth the look, yeah. So we just need to go deeper into the mountain range. Bye, Realm. Oh, hi, Ultros!
These shiny statues are all mine. These will get Siegfried's attention. Oh, they're glowing. They're beautiful.
Hey, Squidball, don't you ever learn?
Well, they always say I was a slow learner, but I eat fast.
Alright, so we are in another encounter with Ultros. It's okay. We trash him pretty hard.
I was just thinking about you. I have more lives than I do arms.
And I apologize if I'm getting the voices a little weird. I'm actually doing this with a cough drop because I've been coughing all day. It's driving me nuts. Just one of those days where allergies and all that other stuff are kind of taking over. Like I said, we got a sick baby in the house, and so if you got a sick baby, there's a good chance you're gonna pick it up too. Thankfully, my wife is on her days off, and I am, well, not. So I will just get through the recording sessions and then kick back where I don't have to say anything. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other major announcements that needed to happen. You guys obviously can look forward to another review, hopefully this week. We are getting to a point where I still am collecting footage for a lot of the games. So at that point, you might actually see me... Ultros' form has changed. Beware his tri-elemental attack. So you might actually see a little bit of a slowdown in the reviews coming out, just because I'm trying to finish up remaining footage for them. Including, I can already tell you, I Am Setsuma's one of them, so it's a full-on RPG. I do not even know if that's going to be a full-on reveal. It's a review. It's going to probably be a check-in kind of thing, and then I might have to do a full review later when I get through it.
Hope I'm not making a nuisance of myself. So sorry.
Alright, well, we're just nuking this guy, so I might as well just continue on. Oh, and boom. What happened here? Hi, Realm.
Grandpa!
I'm not Yukimoto!
I'm here, and I know you're not Yugimoto.
Realm! I told you to stay at home!
I couldn't miss the chance to practice my drawing. Yes, you could have. Say, sweetie, who are you? How dare you! I'm Ultros! Psst, Realm and Ultros. What are you doing?
I have no idea why Locke does that.
Listen, Ulti. Why don't you pose for me? I'm not one of your kitty friends! Don't talk to me as if I were! I don't want a portrait! Forget it. I don't want to draw it anymore. It's okay. I'll just jump down from here. No, you can't do that! How dare you bother that little girl? I'm not going to forgive you if you hurt her. Well, what do you want I should do?
Ask her to draw your portrait, dummy. I don't even need to do the Locke voice, which there really isn't much of a Locke voice. She may actually make you look pleasant. Don't be so heartless. See, Locke can play along, Terra can't. Long ellipses.
Oh, alright. Uncle Alti really wants you to do his portrait. You're gonna love it.
At any rate, come here! And we get back into battle, and now we have Realm, and she actually is the only way to be able to finish this boss fight, because he gets more powerful as we go along. And poor Terra, she died. It's alright, though. We're just gonna heal up, and there... Nope, lodestone. Come on, Realm. All you need to do is use her ability to finish this fight, and you just sketch him, and then he gets hit by his own ability. Tentacle.
How can this be? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus.
You have been living for how many years now, and you just barely realized you're an octopus. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this.
Hey, did you see me? I was awesome. Wouldn't I be more helpful than Gramps?
Gramps!
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have you along. I might work on my acting skills.
Alright, already, if you insist.
That's better.
Alright, so Realm has now officially joined our party, which means we can now work on her magic as well. Yeah, she's a staple of the party. I'm not quite sure who she would be in the grand scheme of the job classes, because when you got, like, creative classes, it was Dancer and it was Bard, and they didn't really do what she did, so she's, like, the one I could never actually put a class to, just because she's more like an artist class, in my humble opinion. So yeah, like I said, we got a review hopefully coming out this week, but now we're getting to a point where a lot of the footage is still being collected. So I want to make sure to give that to you guys, and if it comes down to it, like if I have so many hours on an RPG or something like that, I will probably just give you a check-in review, and then whether or not you guys want it, I will give you a final review kind of thing of my overall thoughts on the game, because, I mean, RPGs are incredibly difficult to be able to do that, because they, at minimum, take about 30 hours. If you're lucky, they take about 15. And even then, you might not be completely done with the game and have seen the credits, and therefore a final opinion is kind of hard to make. But I will do my very best for you guys, and I'll keep you guys in the loop. I also love the fact that, or I'm also appreciative of the fact you guys are liking the vlog format. It's a little bit more of a personal kind of thing for me. I don't mind doing the full-on professional reviews, but it's definitely something that I can consider, like, next year doing more personal reviews with franchises that I love, and then being impartial with franchises that I don't necessarily have a lot of love for, and be able to say, yeah, this did good and this didn't. Because I really do kind of miss the opportunity that I could do a full-on professional review for Mirror's Edge, and actually go into a lot of the problems that I had with it. But I look back on things like Rise of the Tomb Raider and Uncharted 4 and go, well, I love the fact that I did these professional reviews, but I kind of wished I had kind of left them more open to being a personal kind of thing. So, again, that's up to you guys, and continue to leave your feedback on it, but we might just try to intermingle these two together, because the more personal reviews are a little bit easier to get out, and I like them because they're a little bit more, again, they're a little bit more personal. So we can have some fun with that. In particular, the best way that I know how to describe it is I know a lot of people who are like fans of Pro Jared. Some will watch the formal reviews that he does, or like the 1-minute reviews, and kind of like those. And then others like the kind of extended thoughts that he does on some games, or a bunch of other reviews I've done. Like other people will appreciate like the IGN reviews, and then go to a review from a YouTuber or somebody on Channel Awesome or whatever, and go for them as more of a casual take on a series, on whether or not they actually want to take it in. So I like the fact that I could be able to do both and be able to accommodate to you guys, because this is, I'm not looking to be a pro game reviewer. I'm looking to give you guys a good, unbiased perspective, and to be able to be open and more conversing with you guys whenever I can get a chance. So any opportunity that I can get to do that, I'd like to take it, because I'm more interested in being upfront, personable, and honest with you guys than I am about being, Mr. Professional Game Reviewer and all that. Because the purpose of this is, like, yes, I can use it as partially like a resume for all the work that I do, but I also want to be able to connect with you guys. So that has always been the kind of the higher priority of the channel. Because professionally, I can improve over time, but I do like the fact that I've gained friendships out of this whole experience. So I would like to be able to continue that on. And yes, I'm blathering on. It's one of those things that I do in the middle of these videos that people like for some reason. People might think that's a little harsh, but I've said it on a previous video, and I wish that it would have made it into the 100 subscribers, but this is actually one of those cases where it's difficult for me to actually acknowledge the fact that I've hit this milestone, and it's just because I'm the walking epitome of you are your own worst enemy, and I will scrutinize these videos and my podcasts probably more than anybody else does. And it's not because I'm intentionally not wanting to do it or anything like that, but I'm always very critical of everybody. Or I'm always very critical, especially of myself. I'm critical of a lot of people, but I'm especially critical of myself. Probably to the point of being way too harsh. Just one of those things, old habits die hard. So I'm thankful that you guys like it, because then at that point, I can kind of stop listening to the inner critic inside my head and be able to see that I do love and appreciate doing it, and then I can have fun with you guys and still have an enjoyable experience for all. And oh look, all of the spells that just got learned. Yay! And I actually think we're getting really close to the end of the caves, but I do know that I had to make a couple of detours to be able to get chests and whatnot, so here's hoping we'll be able to finish it up in this video, but I'm not sure if I did or not. We'll find out together! As far as other business on the channel, not really a whole lot, because everything is continuing on in good fashion. Obviously, Drak Tries of Recore went up this week, and you guys can appreciate that. I think today it's Heroes of the Storm to even things out for Thursday, and Saturday you will continue to have your Metal Gear and your Rise of the Tomb Raider until those are done. And I'm actually in contact with Aldo right now to try and set up his Gaming with the Geeks, which will end things for the summer of Gaming with the Geeks, which is now the fall of the Gaming with the Geeks. We do have one other in store, but it was going to probably happen around the holiday time, so that's going to be okay. Oh, and people actually did reach out to me to ask if I knew that the official 30th anniversary Transformers the movie had come out. Yes, I'm aware. And yes, I'm actually going to be getting it because we're going to do a unique review, I think, on Drak and Shadow is where it's going. Alex has never seen it, and I think he would enjoy Transformers the movie far better than the Michael Bay movie, so we're actually going to probably do a video on it, and you guys can get his unique opinion on the movie itself, especially since he's an anime reviewer. I'm pretty sure he'd have a lot to say, since part of it was done by anime producers, so... I think it was, I want to say it was Toei. No, I can't remember the company right off the top of my head, but yeah, part of it was done by an anime crew, so that's another reason why I think anime has been so strong with me as a geek as well. And I'm also looking to start up a new little sub-series with gaming, or with Geek News. This is very much still in the planning stages, and I would love to be able to get you guys' feedback, but I'm thinking of doing kind of a... If people watch Gerard the Completionist, he used to do a little sub-series called Why We Love Games. I don't know if he still does it or not, because they aren't really on the channel anymore. He may have moved them to another one. But I loved how he did that format, and I would love to be able to do that with fellow geeks that I want to be able to bring on the podcast, but, you know, Saturday nights don't work, or they just want to be able to talk about what they're passionate about. And so I think that actually would be another really cool kind of sub-podcast to do, and just kind of sit back and talk about what they're passionate about. And in fact, I've got a couple of people lined up for it. We're probably going to be talking anime. One in particular is a Disney geek. And so at that point, we would just get together and talk, you know, favorite Disney movies, things like that. Because that's a thing that people can be passionate about and that people can appreciate. Just as much as people can love anime, can love games, can love RPGs, can love fantasy football, whatever you want to do for it. I think we might even bring on a couple of sports geeks, just because we can do it. Because that makes a whole lot of sense to be able to do it, and I think that's something that we can all have fun and be able to share in our geekdom. Because, in essence, like, not everybody's going to be an anime geek per se, but we can all appreciate that geekdom because we have that level of geekdom within ourselves. We're just geeky about something else. It's why my philosophy is the way it is. Geek is passion. It's something you're passionate about. So that is probably going to be coming very soon. It's not going to be a regular thing. It's going to be like I pull them aside one day and just record it, and then I edit it, and you guys get it, kind of thing. So you guys can look forward to that as well. And leave me your feedback on it. If you guys like the idea, if you don't like the idea, does it need some work? Because I love constructive feedback whenever I can get it. And other news on the channel? Not really. And unfortunately, I don't really have any check-ins on things like Mass Effect. Again, I haven't been able to play them. I'm really hoping that as soon as I can clear out some of these reviews, I can start playing some of those games again and be able to enjoy them. Because that's kind of the problem of increasing your schedule to 2 videos a week, or two videos a day. Yeah, 2 videos a week, that'd be great right now. 2 videos a day that I can actually sit back and go work on things that I want to go complete, like Mass Effect, like Sly Cooper, and a couple of others. But thankfully, things are continuing to move forward. And also to the people who have been asking for more of a focus towards the Drak and Shadow channel, me and Alex are actually working on that. Since we're having lots of success on our individual channels, we feel like, okay, now it's time to actually go and work on Drak and Shadow and figure out what's not working in the formula and start fixing it. And I have a feeling part of that is just because of the amazingly huge list that we have. So at that point, you might see some games get cut in favor of bringing in some that fans and listeners have recommended to us. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll keep you guys posted in the meantime. And we do also have some movie reviews coming up for the next couple of months. I think the next one that we're going to be starting up with is Doctor Strange, but we have found something in the meantime that we want to go look into. So that might be something we can go into. And actually, unfortunately, we're coming up on that time. So yeah, we didn't get through the remainder of the caves, but we will do so in the next episode. We'll see you guys next time.